Hey guys, so I'm back with a new speed paint this time, and it's gonna be a CHIBI WOOZI drawing of him from a fan signing wearing a little polar bear 2 cat thing. And basically it was kind of requested a while back that I would draw some fan art of Woozi, so after a very long time, here it is. So some good news is that I'm actually almost done my watercolor journal, or one of them, and I will do a kind of a sketchbook tour of it for you guys, since you guys are really curious about my watercolor work, which makes me happy that you guys enjoy my chibis that I've done in watercolor. So right now, doing the line art for this, and I was kind of struggling a bit finding a balance, I guess, between my bean chibis and my normal chibis. I've been doing bean chibis for the past, I think, year, or maybe only half a year. but basically I haven't done normal chibis in so long that when I look back at my normal chibi style, I actually don't really like it. So I was trying to make sure that I could do a bit more experimenting with this. I mean, for the sketching and line art, it's pretty standard for the most part, but basically I wanted to kind of change it up, and that happens mostly during the coloring process. Sketching and line art are the same even for my bean chibis. It's just that sorry, my throat's like dying on me. Basically sketching and line art are just like, it's a similar process for a lot of my drawings, and it's sometimes my line art is a bit stiff, but that's something I'm gonna have to fix over time. So right now, some people actually asked me this question before, why do I lay down kind of like a blue onto the background? And basically I've learned this from other artists when I was first starting out a couple of years ago. It helps you to see the skin color a bit better. Another way you can do this is completely fill in the skin color with like a really bright color so that you can see it, because the skin color people tend to be quite pale compared to the white of the canvas, so putting down a dark background helps you see that more clearly. Okay, one problem I had with the eyes, actually back to that point I was talking about, I did it right there. I did really bright red for Woozi's hair before laying down the pink, so I could see it better because the pink was too pale. For the eyes, I did go back and change it. As you can see, I didn't like the large pupil because it made the eyes look a lot smaller, so I wanted to simplify it and make the pupil tiny and make the highlight more round at the bottom. For the hair, I actually started to focus more on the shadows and the highlights and kind of like the shape and the form of the hair, rather than just randomly placing where I think shadow would have been. So you'll see me kind of like eliminate portions of the hair. I was just fixing the skin to make it a little bit more better. So adding the highlights. Usually I would use a different color for highlights, but like for pink hair, especially that fluorescent, I don't like. Not that I don't like, it's harder for me to do highlights that aren't weird looking, I guess. So onto the clothing. This is just how I usually color kind of clothing and stuff. It's somewhat blended and somewhat just left as it is. I don't like overly blending anymore. It just makes everything look a little too smooth. I don't enjoy that as much. I enjoy a little bit of texture and kind of roughness and looseness in it. I do add like the base color to highlight around each section, or I guess the outer edge of each of the clothing articles and stuff, just to make it pop out a bit. That's just a stylistic choice. Another way you guys probably could do that is just, proper highlights in the right area. For clothing, I just tend to focus mostly on shadow rather than highlights. I focus a lot on shadow, and then I just add the base color outlines at the edges. Embarrassing thing though, at the very top, you can see what I named my canvas, and I think it says Bear Woozi Chibi, but I spelled Woozi wrong. Like, I saved the canvas prior to drawing, and I usually don't do that, but I guess my finger slipped and I hit the S instead of the Z. But I hope you guys enjoy this chibi, and I'll talk to you guys next time. So thank you for joining me. Bye!